close out, man. We got to do a part two on this, man, because I didn't even get into some of the other stuff, man, and I really want to get into, and I think the people really need to hear from you. So we're gonna try to do a part two, man. I don't know if we can get it in Thursday or maybe Saturday, man. But we got to do this, do like a part two because
Okay, you let me know, and I'll make it happen.
I mean you got a lot to share, and my hope with this though is I think the people that need to hear it will find it and hear it. But one of my concerns today is, man, there's so much out here with social media and internet that sometimes the good messages, the really good messengers, people are not hearing
Yeah,
because they're being
yeah,
bombarded with what's available, what's readily
yeah.
accessible. See, I notice you, bro. I watch you. You don't really share a lot of preaching videos. You don't go live. I watch, brother. And you don't have to, cause you know, you don't go live a lot, man. And I'm like, if any, I mean, I'm not gonna go there, man, because I see a lot of people doing that, man. I see people sponsoring everything, man. Like the work you doing at the church, the service. You ain't, you just doing it, bro. You ain't really talking about it. You just making it happen, and that's authentic, man. That's genuine, And I'm not throwing nobody under the bus, man, because everybody do what they do, but people really need to hear this stuff, man, coming from somebody that's truly authentic and loves the people, man, and doesn't have a hidden agenda. You mentioned
Yes,
things
sir.
you talked
Yes,
about
sir.
because this is okay preaching series, and I know when people see the word preaching, they think pulpit, but man, you're preaching everywhere you go, man. Whether it's at the nursing home or the hospital visiting a sick person, or within the congregation after a sermon, or whether it's in class or with your family, your nephew, whoever, man. All of these things that you talked about, man, that's what makes up a preacher, a good
Mm.
one. Not just the sermons behind the pulpit. That's why I said we got to do a part two, because I want to get into your sermons, your preparation, your style of choice, and all that stuff, man. So we're gonna nail down a time and a day to do that. Real quick on the way out, if you could just tell us, man, what outside of Friday, man, what things do you have coming up, man, in the near future?
Whew, oh man. Oh man. All right. So right now, um, my calendar is uh a little out there. I will be in Philly in March. On March, the third Sunday in March, I'll be in Philly. This month, the 21st, which is next Sunday, I have two services. I preach at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Ivor. Service starts at 10:30 a.m. So I have two services on this Sunday, and we're actually going out to the nursing home to serve communion. We're gonna leave service, head directly to the nursing homes. Probably gonna go to like two or three different nursing homes to serve communion. On fourth Sunday, I go to the prison. That'll be my first time doing prison ministry. I'm gonna go sit down with the inmates, have some conversation, um, see what we can talk about, read the Bible with them, study with them. Um, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Because I got my calendar in front of me, I can't really, go all the way deep into detail. I'm just saying what I can remember.
Right.
But I'm really I'm excited about, man. Let me stop. Let me pause for a moment and give you a shout out, because there are many people who look at young preachers, and I'm gonna say it like this: they become intimidated by you know a young preacher.
Right.
Um, but I'm glad to have someone who's able to say, you know, I embrace the young preacher. I'm looking forward to what the young preacher does and what the young preacher can do. So on behalf of all young preachers, we shout you out for taking the time to just, expose us, and make our voices heard to wherever, however far it goes. Because even if this podcast only is heard by two people, I would feel like I've accomplished the goal that God would have me to accomplish on the podcast. So we shout you out because you are a brother, a friend. You take your time for us. You give us opportunities. Man, you just you do a lot, and it's like we definitely want to take a moment to just give you the honor you deserve. And that's to say, brother, we thank you. And we pray for your continual next levels, as you continue to move further in God and what God will have you to do. Because in you taking time to do all of these things that you do for not just the young preachers, but for the kingdom itself, nothing that is done goes unnoticed by God. Even when it just looks like nobody else is paying attention, God is still looking down like, I see it. I got you. I see your work. And it does not go unnoticed. And I know from, how we try the spirit by the spirit, man. I know that you are doing this for the kingdom. I know that you spend your time, your dedication, anything you have to do for God, you do it. And so, I definitely I'm praying, man, that God will continue to strengthen you, give you the power, and everything you would need, man, to just continue to do His will. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, there have been so many opportunities that there are only certain, and this is something I'm gonna say on the podcast. Hope I don't get in trouble by none of my pastoral mentors, but there are only certain people that I will move my schedule around for. Friday Night Live is one. I will shift everything one way just to make sure I'm there. So like with the snow situation, if we decide we're not gonna cancel, I'm there. There's no questions asked. I'm there. So man, we definitely appreciate you for all you do, brother, because you're a piece of our motivation. You give us a voice. You give us an open door to do more. So while you putting our faces on these flyers and you sending them here, there, everywhere, and I actually got a picture from one of my frat brothers, Roy Love. He texted me the picture of the flyer that was given out when Brother Sapini was speaking at the MLK event. They were actually be like, bro, look at this. You on the flyer. I'm like, I didn't even know I was. I knew I was on the flyer, but I didn't know it would be handed out like that. So man, you expose us, and you don't give us bad exposure.
Right.
I'm not even gonna go no further with that. I was about to say something. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Trust me, bro. I do it, man. It's from the heart, man. I God bless you, man. I appreciate you for just taking the time out to say those kind words and acknowledging me, man. Because man, I just look at it as black men, man. We got obstacles and opposition out here, man. And I've been through it, in my professional life, as a pharmacist. It's like, man, so if I could help somebody, if I could you know, do more to expose somebody, because I know it's gonna be people that's gonna try to dim the light, that's gonna try to shut doors, that's gonna try to stand in
Yeah.
your way. And man, my goal, my I feel like part of my purpose is just to try to advance other people, man. And hey, man, if I move a little through wherever I'm doing to help somebody, that's fine. But ultimately, man, just trying to help somebody else, man, and help them get it so they don't miss it. Because I think of how many
Yeah.
brothers and sisters had something that would have changed people, that would have lifted the kingdom, that will further the kingdom, and they were prevented from doing so because somebody shut the door,
Wow.
or somebody discouraged them. You know, having gone through situations where I could have possibly let what somebody said, what somebody did, stop me from reaching my goals. And realizing that, man, it just takes a little something sometimes to stop somebody from reaching their
Yeah.
goals. But then it also
Yeah.
takes just a little something to keep somebody going and to help them reach their goal. It could go either way. It could go either way. You know, so I strive to make it go the right way, the positive way. The positive way, man.
I, I did a Facebook Live once, and I'm done after this. I did a Facebook Live once, and I entirely don't forsake the seed. Um, and I was basically trying to, and this was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And as you said, I don't do Facebook Live too much. I don't. It's just only way I'm gonna do it is that it's really early in the morning, and like something's really in my spirit, and I got to talk about it. But I did this one that it was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, got on live, and the topic was "Don't forsake the seed." Basically telling people, that thing that God has put in you, don't forsake that thing. Even though it's gonna take a while to grow, don't forsake that thing. Whatever God has put within you, whatever He has implanted in your life, whatever He has told you will come to pass, even though it's going to take some time. But we can't get so complacent about how long it's going to take before we forget God. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. It's just the beauty that's going to come from something I don't see right now. And so, my brother, I got to take a project pause to just show you that no matter how long it takes, that seed it's gonna grow, and I can't wait to be able to see how God is going to use the seed that you have been planting and to so many people, because that I've seen it. I've seen, you called on Kennard and you didn't even know me. You didn't know me. You just we were roommates at Hampton. We were roommates at Hampton. You didn't know me. It was just like, let me call this guy in.
Yeah.
And you were planting the seed.
Yeah.
And so, I know for sure that God has implanted a seed in you that's like, it's major. It's major. And even though, it may have sprouted a little bit, there's something in time that takes a little seed that turns into a tree. And, the bigger the tree gets, the harder it gets to move it. So I believe, man, that the seed that you have in you right now can't be forsaken, because it's definitely gonna cause something for nations to see, because it's like it's it's something about when God puts something in you that you just it's there, and it's like you can't really understand God why you put it there. Because in certain moments in my ministry, I'm like, God, I don't know why you gave this to me. I really don't want it. Can you take it back? I don't want to deal with it. I have those moments, but I can't forsake the seed, because there's something the nations have to see that is in me. And man, there's something there's a seed that I want